fun in New York. Why you keep telling me my life? You don't know my life.
And you don't see nothing wrong with this.
You keep telling me my life. That's right after you did the scene with Keisha said, I did chill on the baby mothers. And what else you did chill with the baby mother? What else you did?
If you want to do the what else you did moment, to a lot of what else
There's
you
a
did.
whole lot of mother what you did moment.
Right.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
This fake relationship.
But that's what the world thinks. That's what the world thinks.
Because you ain't get exposed.
Expose me.
You've been single the whole relationship.
Yeah,
10 years, act like you happily married. You never happily married. You single since day one. You want the truth to come out? You want the truth to come out? Let's do that on TV. Let's do that on TV.
For years, one of the biggest relationship storylines in love and hip-hop has been watching Yandy Smith and Mendeecees fight to keep their marriage together. Through legal issues, family conflicts, trust problems, business pressures, and endless criticism, Yandy always seemed determined to make it work no matter what happened. That's why what unfolded recently feels completely different from anything we've seen before. The biggest thing that stood out wasn't an argument, a screaming match, or some explosive confrontation. It was actually the lack of emotion. For the first time, Yandy looked like someone who had finally reached the end of a very long journey. A lot of people misunderstand what that looks like. They think when someone is finished with a relationship, there has to be yelling, tears, and dramatic exits. But sometimes the real ending happens when someone simply stops fighting. That's exactly what made this situation so powerful.
How do you feel about this? You said that, you don't want a broken family.
I would have never left. I would have never told him to leave. I feel like he had to do the best thing for his mental health. And he's just a stronger man than me because maybe it's something that should have happened a while ago.
Like we stopped respecting each other, right? We started just walking out of the house, jumping on planes and just leaving each other. We can't be playing tit for tat, tit for tat, tit for tat. It's gonna end bad.
I understand me having any dealings with anybody else at all hurt you. I know that it hurt you, and I'm sorry.
She finally took accountability. It took her 2 years to even say that. Like you said, I do have a lot of anger. I never want to argue with no woman. But I'm disappointed you didn't defend me yesterday with Bambi.
Well, listen, normally I'll be the first one to stand up for you. Can we agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been in my feelings, and I didn't feel like it.
I felt that too. I don't even have the energy to even go back and forth. Whatever it is to make y'all happy.
Who is the y'all?
You're not devoted to me.
And you.
But why are you including your mother in this conversation?
I'm not your
I want
wife.
you happy. I want you happy. White flag.
I'm not gonna believe it till I see your eyes. I can't talk to you through glasses. I don't know what's real.
There you go.
Yandy spent years defending her marriage. She spent years explaining decisions, standing by her husband, and trying to prove that the relationship was worth saving. Whether people agreed with her choices or not, one thing nobody could deny was her commitment. She always appeared willing to carry more responsibility if it meant keeping the family together. But eventually there comes a point where carrying everything starts to become exhausting. One of the biggest issues that appeared throughout their relationship was balance. Relationships require support from both sides. When one person constantly feels like they're managing the emotional burden, handling responsibilities, and keeping everything running, resentment can slowly build over time. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens through hundreds of small moments. Missed opportunities to help. Conversations that never get resolved. Feelings that never get acknowledged. Needs that never get met. Over time, those moments start stacking on top of each other until the relationship feels heavier than it used to.
Who you on the black? Yeah. And then she said, you sitting here crying about a man that will say he happy to be single, he happy to be away.
I don't know where she get that from.
I don't even know what saying.
Again, she's exaggerating, right? I guess she's trying to get underneath your skin. From what I remember, she was like, you mad because Yandy got her licked back? You should get over it. She held you down. When you went to prison, I like, did you see it? Like, why you keep telling me my life?
You left her feeling like Yandy didn't hold me down. First of all, that's not true. And second of all, she's not deserving of that conversation.
What's not true?
I never did nothing for you.
I never said that. Listen,
that is the way you
I'm going to keep that private, right? That's between me and you.
It's not. I'm very annoyed that I even have to have this conversation with Mendeecees. What you do not get to do is take away from the journey I took with you, because everything you left prison with, You came back too.
Did you ever date someone while he was in prison?
No.
She no different from Bambi. You can have your opinion. Don't bring it to me, because I don't give a about
But
it.
then that's what you say. If somebody say, oh, Mendeecees always taking up for you. Mendeecees always got your back. And I'd be like, hey, that's what you think. You don't know my life. You don't know the truth. You don't know what that do outside of this show.
Yeah, it would sound like that.
Yeah, so what the are you saying?
I ain't saying nothing.
Everywhere I go, people say a whole lot of things about how amazing you are. I'm gonna start saying, y'all don't know my life. Y'all think he's amazing.
But they say
Y'all don't-
that-
but is that cool for me to do that to you? Because we could both do that. You gotta control your emotions.
What's in this conversation? You know, the constant arguing with Yandy's is becoming so stressful. Come on, let's go. We leaving.
Go ahead, you can leave. I'm gonna just chill and look off.
This is why I moved out. I need peace. I chose peace.
Looking back, the warning signs were there long before this season. As Yandy expanded her businesses and continued building her brand, she also continued carrying responsibilities at home. The more her responsibilities grew, the more obvious the cracks in the foundation became. What makes this situation interesting is that the problems themselves weren't necessarily new. The difference was Yandy's response. In previous seasons, whenever problems appeared, she would jump into problem-solving mode. She would try to fix things. She would try to make compromises. She would try to find a path forward. This time it felt different. Instead of trying to save the situation, she seemed focused on protecting her peace. That's a major shift. When someone stops arguing, that doesn't always mean they don't care. Sometimes it means they've already accepted the outcome. Sometimes it means they've had the same conversation so many times that they no longer believe anything is going to change. That's why the calmness was more shocking than any argument could have been. The energy felt final. Mendeecees appeared to approach the situation expecting the same dynamic that had existed for years. There seemed to be an expectation that eventually things would work themselves out the way they always had. But relationships can only survive on history for so long. At some point, the present matters more than the past. At some point, promises become less important than actions. At some point, loyalty stops being enough. That's where this relationship appeared to be heading. The reality is that love alone isn't always enough to sustain a marriage. Respect matters.
You pick a fight every chance you get.
What are you talking about? I was sitting there minding my business and Bambi said something and you turned around to me and said, you don't defend me. I was minding my business. Last night I said absolutely no words and someone came to me.
All right, listen. Like, I already could see where this is going. And I'm about to get up and run. No, I'm
Run
too tired.
that way and then you'll see a cliff with some water.
And
Let's see if you can swim.
I'm a jump right there. Just to not argue.
I don't know what Mendeecees wants or what he thinks I owe him. I'm not giving no more accountability than I've given. Because you're not even owed that, to be honest with you. But this is it. I have nothing else to offer. Is this conversation over?
I really don't have any major expectations right now other than just being able to communicate it in a peaceful, healthy situation with you.
Okay. I think that, we just have to figure out how to navigate this single co-parent life and navigate it well.
What?
Nothing.
So are you going to New York? Back to New
You
York?
keep asking me that. I don't have nothing. I finished my business in New York.
You're always in New York, so I thought you'd...
Stop asking me that.
So what was that reference to New York?
Yeah, you know what I meant by... Anybody know what I meant by how I said have fun New York? That's where the dude is at. Yeah, she know what I meant. That was a light jab right there. You know what's in New York. That wee-wee, fight for your family. How many you want me to fight? That's why she got up, yeah.
Support matters. Communication matters. Partnership matters. When those things start disappearing, even strong relationships can begin falling apart. One thing that makes Yandy's situation resonate with so many viewers is that it reflects a struggle many people experience in real life. There comes a moment when someone has to ask themselves a difficult question. Am I staying because this relationship is healthy? Or am I staying because I've invested so much time that walking away feels impossible? That's a hard question to answer. For Yandy, it appears she finally found her answer. Instead of continuing to sacrifice her own happiness for the possibility of fixing the marriage, she seems to be prioritizing herself. And honestly, that's what makes this chapter so significant. For years, Yandy's identity on the show was often connected to being the person holding everything together. Now it feels like she's entering a completely different phase of her life. A phase where she isn't responsible for carrying everyone else. A phase where she doesn't have to prove her loyalty. A phase where her own happiness finally comes first. Whether this separation becomes permanent remains to be seen.
I know it has been a very rough year for us. To this day, I'm just shocked the way things turned out. Everything I've been doing was leading for us to be together. Whenever the emotional attachment you had with someone else, whatever it was, I didn't know how to take that. And my pride got in the way, and I act a fool, and I regret it. And that's it.
It's weird because I feel like if you would have just said these words 7 months ago, you would have still been in the house. No emotional connection is like a connection that I have with you and our family.
But I felt like I wasn't chosen. I felt like you chose somebody over me, and I was less than. And how much as it hurt me, how much as I'm angry, I have to let you be.
What I see in front of me is the man that I fell in love with. Sweet, kind, vulnerable. Where has he been? Where has this person been? Where?
Leaving you felt like it was leaving my kids too. The hardest thing I ever had to do in my life. I don't even see my kids no more. And here we are. We was friends before we became anything. We fell in love. Then it's like lost respect. How do two people that love each other, and the woman I love more than anyone in this earth was becoming my enemy? Because I don't know how to deal with my hurt. She doesn't know how to deal with her hurt. How do two people that are supposed to love each other keep hurting each other?
I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. I just really wish we weren't here.
Like, I love you. Through it all. I'm telling you, I love you. Come on.
Reality television has shown us countless relationships that appeared finished only to find their way back together later. But what makes this situation feel different is the emotional shift. The sadness seems gone. The frustration seems gone. Even the anger seems gone. What remains is acceptance. And acceptance is often the clearest sign that someone has truly moved on. At the end of the day, this story isn't just about a marriage ending. It's about recognizing when you've given everything you can give. It's about understanding that loyalty should never require sacrificing your peace indefinitely. It's about realizing that choosing yourself isn't selfish. Sometimes it's necessary. For years, Yandy fought for this relationship. Now it appears she's fighting for herself. And that may be the most important decision she's made yet.